have one more question. A lot
Sure.
of folks are concerned about overdevelopment.
Yes, sir.
And we all know that commercial properties, commercial enterprise brings in good revenue for the city. Is there a grand plan with respect to the finite amount of land that Nolensville has and how much of it will be commercially developed and where?
Yes, sir. We actually have zoning, and the zoning was adopted first in 2001. December of 2001 is when our zoning ordinance was first adopted. And it has been amended from time to time through the years. I think one of the bigger amendments may have happened in '08. But nonetheless, that sets out where specific types of businesses, if any businesses at all, can be located, as well as what shall be reserved as residential, residential estate, suburban. That's already in there, and I will say this, it's being held to pretty daggum well. Now, that doesn't mean that we have to be inflexible. I had a meeting the other day. A fellow called me up out of the blue, says, I want to talk to you. Says, I heard you may be the next mayor of Nolensville. I said, hey, I like that kind of talk. And he said, I want to show you something. And he had some grand plans for over 30 acres where he wants to develop this planned unit that's involved both residential and commercial, and it looked beautiful. And I wished I had the money to develop it. I don't. But he does, I think. But anyway, part of it is in where he wants to do it, the zoning may have to change. And so I told him, I said, you know what the best thing you can do is? Take it to the people. Show the people what you just showed me. Get the Planning Commission and the Board of Mayor and Aldermen at that time to also agree that we'll change that zoning. It should be flexible, but should only be changed in the best of circumstances for the right of reasons. But as I told him, I said, I have found the folks when I've gone and knocked on doors. And let me tell you what, when I first started this thing, I just knew that people were going to think I'm some religious nut wanting to, win them to something. Or sell them a vacuum cleaner. I didn't know. That has not been the case. This journey has been fantastic because every time I knock on a door, ring a doorbell, people open the door and they said, you're the write-in guy. I've heard about you. Or, I'm already voting for you, man, and right now I'm watching Wheel of Fortune. Can you come back tomorrow or something? When I've been speaking with people, it's wonderful how receptive they are and actually how interested they are, just as you asked the question about it, for the town's lawn care, not lawn care, long-time lawn care benefits, and what are our plans. They're hungry for that information, and I was happy to tell them what I know and what my plans are. And so that's why I told that one fellow, I said, take it to the people. Show people what you just showed me, and you can win them over. I want to give a compliment to, I brought up the Market Street development earlier. I talked to a resident of Nolan Park at our meet and greet last week, and he told me he wishes it would already built because he thought it would make his property values go up, and he would love to be able to go down there to some of the bistros, wherever it's planned of it, with his wife. But he said, you know what really made a difference for me with that whole development down there, Russell? I said, what? He said they were going to put a road connecting up to what's right now a cul-de-sac, and we had a meeting with them, and they dropped it. Says that was us working with them. I said, well, I don't know if everybody had the same experiences as you did, but that's good news. And so what I relayed to this other person was, if you take it to the people of Nolensville, we're reasonable, we're interested, and we're desiring the best for the town. The welfare of the town is what is on everyone's mind. And yes, sir, I think that there's some flexibility we may have to find at some point in time in our zoning laws and our zoning ordinances. But right now, they're set in stone, and they're doing pretty well for us, I would say.